I'm now going to talk to you about supporting the movement, if that's okay. And this is otherwise known as a bit like, sorry. Oh, right. Okay, so, all right. What I hadn't realised was I'd taken so long to do Beacon, so apologies. So I'm going to race through, and I've just been told that people are going to go. So I'm going to race through this next part, and then I'm going to pass over to Ian, who's got something really exciting to talk to you about in relation to the trading company. So you will have heard, most of you, about the development plan, which has got 4 parts to it. And the part I want to talk to you about is supporting the movement. And the development plan has got 4 parts: raising the profile, developing the movement, supporting the movement, and learning. The Trust team provides, as you know, a wide range of support services to U3As through National Office and through our network of volunteers. And we have a range of systems to do that. And those systems have been put together at national level. And we're very grateful for the people that have put those together for us. But there's been very little investment or coordination in those over the years. So what we're trying to do is review those systems to provide a high level of support to U3As in future. So I'm going to very quickly skip over the raising the profile headlines, which we talked about very quickly, which is about celebrating the benefits and values of positive ageing, mobilising the U3A membership to promote U3As and to grow a dynamic organisation. I'm going to very quickly move through developing the movement, which is about growing a dynamic and diverse and active and engaged movement. I'm going to very quickly run through, skip over learning, which is about giving a strategic direction to learning, ensuring that we're able to make the most of all the facilities that we have available to us in learning, both those within the U3A and outside. And I'm going to very quickly move on to supporting the movement. So at the moment, we have a number of challenges, which I've spoken a little about really earlier on in relation to Beacon, but very much they face, the Trust experiences this also. Increasing demand from the movement across a whole range of different aspects, a lot of advice, and a lot of complex advice is asked for from U3As, increasing legislation, a lot of problems with local services, particularly with finance, where the banking industry are drawing back from retail banking. This whole digital by default approach where many public authorities are putting everything online, but we know there's still people who don't have access to online and do like to do things by paper. We have a great dynamic and growing movement. We have a fantastic opportunity in the experience of our membership, of the staff and also the volunteer team. We're not using the digital offer to its maximum potential. And we want to be able to invest on our future and learn from what we do already. So we're trying to upgrade our system. And we're doing that within the context of our vision, which is to make lifelong learning through the experience of U3A a reality for all third ages, something that Hilary mentioned on Tuesday. And everything we do must be to support that vision. So what are the aspects we want to look at from the Trust perspective to make ourselves more efficient? So we want to look at record keeping. So we want to ensure that we have a resilient national database. We have 1,050 U3As with the key contact people from committees on it, with membership numbers, with constitutions, and that information that we keep on behalf of U3As. That was being developed through in-house expertise over a number of years, but we want to be able to make that our own internal database speak to some of our other systems like the website, our national website, to be able to integrate that information and to reduce some of the pressure and demand on the Trust staff, which is really important to make sure that we continue to respond to the diversity of your needs. We want to be better at communication. We want to be better at face-to-face communication, telephone communication, printed, broadcast, public websites, how we actually correspond to member websites, social media, video conference, and so on and so forth. And we want to do that in collaboration with Raising the Profile Working Group. We are taking into account all of the information, the significant amount of information we had from the Learning Working Group. We want to make sure that we want to enhance what U3As have access to already, enabling U3As, as well as being able to do all their face-to-face work, to be able to, in those face-to-face activities where they want to, have access to online facilities, YouTube, MOOCs, other things that will be available to them, and to be able to share where U3As find those resources useful, and to enable U3As to share their own resources with each other. I mean, U3As put together amazing resources, and we have no ability to help U3As share them with other U3As across the movement. So we want to be able to do that too. We want to look at the range of resources that we provide, other types of resources we provide to U3As, the kind of offering we have already, things like branded merchandise, the publicity materials, to make sure that's cost effective, that you have a way of feeding into those things in terms of what you want, how you want it presented, to enable us to be efficient in actually getting those things to you. In terms of advice, we provide a massive range of advice, as I said earlier. We want to be able to have quick and easy access for you to that advice. The types of things, as you know, U3As want advice about are setting up a U3A, running your U3A effectively, managing interest groups, dealing with complaints, which is very stressful for U3As when they have to deal with complaints, and staying compliant. And we want to be able to find out and be able to log when U3As ask us for things. So if there's a theme going through and we haven't got advice out for you already about that we can pick that up and put that advice to you and get it out there quickly so you have it as soon as we can see it's something that a lot of U3As are asking for. So we want to be able to analyse that advice and also to be able to have an easier way of keeping on record the advice we give you. I mean, we do keep a note of the advice we give you. It's on emails and so on and so forth. It's a bit cumbersome, and we want to find a way of doing that in a smarter way. In terms of events, we run a whole range of events for members, things like the National Conference that you're here with today, the National Workshop Programme, educational events in collaboration with external bodies and summer schools. So we're looking at the systems in place for managing those. Can we use the digital tools available to us to help us do that better? All trust events currently can be booked and paid for online, but at the moment we're trialling paying for events by card over the telephone, and we hope to be able to extend that. We have a document management system that we're beginning to introduce in the trust, so you always have access to the most up-to-date advice, and we can see the journey of approval that advice has gone through, who has approved it, and when is it next due for review, so you can be confident with the information we're giving to you. And that actually it's easy to find that information quickly when you want it from us. And we want to ensure we have a system that is compliant in terms of data protection, data security, finance, gift aid, VAT, charity commission, company's house, elections to the board, all of that. We want to be able to do that in a way that is less paper-based than we do now, and again, use the benefit of the digital world to enable us to do that safely, resiliently, and without the degree of passing information from one to the next to get to the same endpoint. So in very quick order and summary, Ian, I hope you're impressed, I have the summary of what we're trying to achieve with the trust supporting the movement is to reduce cost and increase efficiency, to provide consistent information, and to manage the demands of a growing movement. And again, we'll keep you all updated with how we progress that through all of our communication channels, and also listen to you about anything you think we don't do very well and things that we could do better. So thank you. I'm now going to pass to Ian.